He's just about late to the party. Hey, what's up? OddsJam TV here, babe. How you guys doing? Hey, there's Steve. You were almost late to the party. Hey, that was a cop behind you, Steve. What's up? March Madness, baby. We're here. We are cooking. Bob, Randall, Steve, Mike. Steve, can you hear yet? Let's, you know what? Let's unmute Steve's mic. And he left again. Boy, we've been having some technical difficulties. Guys, how you doing? Is Colorado State going to hold true and win this game, or is Michigan winning? Randall, what do you think?
Down 4 now.
Look, if you guys have been watching this game, Colorado State is just jacking up threes like crazy, man. They were at one time 9 for 27 or 28, and they're shooting under 40% last I checked. They were shooting 39% for the game. So the fact that they even had a lead, I think it shows that if you were live betting this game, I bet there was some gravy on Michigan when Colorado State had that big lead, because Colorado State's just throwing up shots, man. Michigan's going to win this game.
Hey, real quick, NBA news. Steph Curry evidently sprained ligament in his left foot going after a loose ball last night. And what Smart is the guy, Marcus Smart, went after the ball with him. Evidently, Steph is done for the regular season, guys. There's no structural damage or any fractures or anything, but it looks like he's not going to be back until the beginning of the playoffs. Mike, what do you think of that one?
Well, I think more importantly, before that, Steph Curry has not been able to put consistent games together. So I worry if maybe there was some issues prior to that, because Steph Curry has definitely not been putting together the games that he normally would. And now he's out for the regular season. So that's a killer for them.
Right. Hey, Steve, can you hear me?
I'm here, baby.
Okay. I just want to play you something because I wrote this. It's called Late to the Party, and you're late to the party, buddy. Okay?
Yes. Some people actually have a real job and have to work.
Yeah.
Sits on their ass all day and bets.
Do what? Don't be cursing live here, dude. Come on. Let's clean up your act.
All right, sorry. Sits on their
Let's clean up your act. We're on OddsJam TV. We can't have that kind of stuff. If we want to go nationwide, it's got to change. Steve, Steph Curry, your thoughts on him being injured? Bad news for Golden State.
It's a good thing for these guys. It's a good thing for these guys.
For those guys.
Very good.
Okay, is that your thoughts?
I mean, I think the West is still Phoenix to lose, although, I mean, talk about injuries. Who else is very injury-prone who plays for the Suns? CP3. Oh, sorry, Bob. You don't know who that is. Chris Paul. His nickname is CP3. I know you're not very good with nicknames, so you don't know.
No, I don't have any problems with that nickname. He's been around long enough. Okay, keep going, all right?
Yeah, so anyways, yeah, I mean, you know, he's an injury waiting to happen as well. So, I mean, I think the Grizzlies, they're a little bit young, but, I mean, who's to stop them? But I'll tell you who the sleeper is. I think the Mavs have a little bit of that LeBron 2007 vibe. Don't be surprised if Luka leads them to a Western Championship with CP3 potentially getting hurt. You know, Curry's out, but the thing is, the Warriors, this wasn't their year. I mean, it's sad to see, but Clay's a shell of his former self at this point. No Draymond. And Curry, don't look now. He's having the worst shooting year of his career since his rookie year. That dude's getting washed.
Okay. All right. Look, I'm just going to say this very, very quickly. All right. No team that scores 75 points in an NBA game in 2022, which the Mavs did recently, is going to win the Western Conference. Sorry, Steve, I got to nix that. Let's go to March Madness.
One game?
Let's go to March Madness, guys.
Yeah, it's just one game, Mike. So when Richmond wins today, it'll be all luck. Just one game.
Yeah, Bob's the king of, if you have one bad game, you suck forever. I mean,
no.
That's just a great way.
Actually, they had a couple of games back to back that were really bad.
So much, Bob.
But 75 points in a 2022 NBA
But it's only
game.
one game, Bob. And It's only
They're
one
not
game.
winning the Western Conference, Mike. Come on. Dallas,
I don't think they are winning the Western
Thank you.
Conference. But when you look, I mean, as he said, if injuries continue to happen for teams, we just see Steph Curry go down, then yeah, there is a real good chance.
Well,
And
you could say that anytime, okay?
I didn't say they're going to. I said they could.
he gave him as a sleeper, Bob.
He gave him as a sleeper. I mean, he didn't say they were winning.
They were a sleeper.
That's not how he
hearing
phrased
it out.
it. Never used the word sleeper.
Yes, he
his
did.
phrase.
He did.
Go back and listen
My
to it.
goodness. Roll
Can
back
we
the
go?
film. Roll
Can
back
we
the
go?
film on this guy.
Bob,
Can we
clean out your
please-
hearing aid, buddy.
Clown.
Clean out your hearing aid, old man.
Can we please not talk over each other? Okay. We've got games going on here. Okay. Can we talk about what's happening in this tournament? Specifically, what's going on with Michigan and what is his name? Juwan Coward, the coach. They were down like 13 at halftime. He's turned it around. Mike observed, Randall, that they are throwing up threes like crazy right now. Does Colorado State have a chance in this game?
Let me hop in because I have a very important point to tell our listeners. And I texted Randall this, and Randall actually probably originated this. Look at the halftime three-point disparity between these teams, okay? At halftime, Michigan was 0 for 10. Colorado was hitting 8 for, I think, 8 for 14, 60%. Typically, those tend to even out over the second half. So if a team like Michigan, who literally shot 0% from 3, if they even have a little bit of positive regression, they have a good chance to come back and win. I hammered Michigan second half, and I'm feeling pretty good right now.
Good. And we kind of briefly talked about that, Steve. I mean, there was one possession. Colorado State chucked up 3 threes. They got the offensive rebound, credit to them, and then they just kept chucking up threes. They were at 9 for like 28, under 39% shooting for the game. You're right. I bet you got a steal there if you grab Michigan at halftime,
Yep.
man. That is a steal.
Yep. So keep an eye out for that because that is an excellent way to live bet. I mean, none of us can hold a candle to Bob's live betting record, which is just pristine. But you know, if you want to try to be just average or above average, that's an excellent thing to do.
They're 11 for 29 right now, and Michigan is 4 for 13.
Yeah. So there you go. Michigan ended up hitting 4 threes in the second half, and Colorado State has only been able to hit like a couple, and they've thrown up 15 more. Wow.
And Colorado State is 20 for 54 from the field.
Yeah,
and Michigan's 21 for 40.
Speaking of three-point shooting teams, how about those high-flying three-point shooting jackrabbits getting drilled? Who said that yesterday? Okay, thank you.
Hey, speaking of which, since we're wanting to brag on things, I'm 4-0 in the tournament so far, boys. I picked every game against the spread right so far. And by the way, Randall, I know you got +1 with Notre Dame. I actually had a -1. It still won.
How was that SLU bet?
Oh, that sucked. Way to go, man. Thank you. Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Here I am driving down the road, and he's like, yeah, SLU's good. Yeah, okay. I wasn't even going to touch the NIT until you said that. Now I will never touch them again.
I didn't bet it.
Their
I
best
did a little bit of
player was out,
research.
You can't be betting these games like without having all the information. Why would you
Dude,
bet a team?
I'm driving down the road. Listen to me, son. I'm in a state that you can't bet, okay? All right? It's illegal to bet here, okay?
When are you coming
If
back?
I was sitting at home,
Then don't bet.
Hopefully never.
Then don't force things. You know,
I didn't. I went to
that's
my
just
man
bad-
Randall.
That's just bad
I went to
betting
my
behavior.
man Randall. That's
If-
what I did. I
But-
went to
but
my man.
hey,
if you're not
Randall's a
position to
busy
analyze
guy.
a bet, don't bet. It's pretty simple. You don't have to bet every game, Bob. Show some discipline.
Why don't you guys just all go to his defense all the time?
I mean,
what's wrong with you?
Bob, to be fair, I was on SLU at 2 in the afternoon, and when I saw Yuri Collins, the starting point guard, was out, there's no reason to bet that game.
Okay, I understand that, but I had to bet at 2. I wasn't going back at 5:30 and going, oh, Yuri Collins isn't playing. Oh, gosh darn. I wonder if I can cash that baby out. It doesn't
No one
work
put a
like
gun
that.
to your head and made you bet it too. My point is, if you can't bet with all the information, just don't bet. Pretty simple.
I just went to my man.
Or
I asked for advice.
Bet what you're confident in winning, and don't touch an NIT game that you were asking for advice on to begin with.
I didn't ask for. I was just he threw out a play. He liked SLU. I said, you know what? I'm going with Randall. He likes SLU. Pretty simple. All right. That's what you kind of do. You know, you two do it with each other all the time. I'm just in a state I can't bet. So, you know, it happens. In the meantime, your Richmond game is coming up at 2:10. And we have any predictions on a final score at all?
All I got to say is don't let Richmond win, or you will never see me so obnoxious in a group chat.
Dude, you're obnoxious just by talking to me at all.
Here,
Any kind
Bob.
of conversation.
Same here.
Well, then you better hope they don't win, because I've also had a guy who is similar to you, Bob, on my Facebook trolling about Iowa. You must have a clone out there or something, man. You guys spit out all this garbage information that's meaningless, and neither one of you. Hey, Bob, you want to know the ironic thing about it? Neither one of you have watched Richmond play all year.
That's not true.
You guys are fools.
Today.
You've never even watched them play.
Today.
Oh,
Bob knows him. He knows the best player. His name begins with an R, I think.
Can I tell you something? No, it was a K. Once again, see, you can't even listen. You can't even listen. All right, look. Let me explain something to you. You can't talk over each other just constantly and trying to drill me. Okay, this is not what the premise of this show is about. We're trying to talk March Madness. Is there anything? If I ask a question, please answer the question and don't deviate from the format, please.
Bob, you started out with NBA.
I'm going with you first, Randall. All right. Is there, besides the Richmond Iowa game, any game today that trips your trigger, at all? Anything that stands out?
Yeah, it already started. Providence money line.
Okay.
Got that, and I guess one that hasn't started, Creighton. Plus 2.5, Creighton money line, whatever you want to do.
Okay. Steve, what about you? A game today besides Richmond and Iowa that trips your trigger?
I have a few, but the one that's coming up, actually, this one's about to start, so I won't give it out. But Baylor's going to absolutely annihilate Norfolk State, who, when they stepped up in class, were blown out by 40 points by Xavier. And Baylor just dominates non-conference opponents. But that game's about to start, so I won't give that. I really like Creighton, but I also like Indiana a lot. Indiana's been playing really well. I mean, it takes a banked in three to beat them right at the buzzer. So,
yeah, that's very good. Now, can I time out here a second? Because I said something about Indiana to our fearless leader, Randall, yesterday, and I heard they were nothing but trash, Randall. You ripped them apart.
Randall doesn't like them. I like them.
They have one player, Bob. I mean, I'm not saying they can't win this game, but I mean, it's a one-man show. I mean, I'm not betting them. Go bet them, Bob.
St. Mary's is getting way too much credit for that win over Zaga, which was essentially a meaningless game, right? Like, if you look at who St. Mary's has struggled against, teams who defend well: Wisconsin, Colorado State, San Diego State, BYU, 0-4. Indiana is one of the best half-court defenses in the league, or in the nation. I think this is going to be an ugly slug it out type of a game, where the points are going to be very, very valuable. It's 3 right now, and take the money on it. I like the money line.
Mike, give me a game or games that you're looking at very closely today that you think somebody should be on.
I'm ready for Arkansas, man. I mean, I've seen some people actually fading Arkansas and taking Vermont to win this game even. So I'm loving Arkansas. I think this is a scrappy team. They've got some experience from last year, and I look at them as a better team this year, and I love them in this matchup. And the one that's already started, Michigan. I liked Michigan a lot coming into this game. If you got an update, I'd love to hear it.
Got 62-58, 5:03 left in the second. It is now Colorado State is 12. Now it's 64-58. Colorado State is 12 for 30 from three, and Michigan is 4 for 13.
Wow. And like Steve said, getting them at halftime, that is an absolute steal. I mean, there was no doubt. I wasn't Bob was already texting.
You see what I'm doing?
Michigan,
I'm just rocking my chair.
like
baby.
it's halftime. It's halftime, dude.
Yeah, I'm in my rocking chair right now with that bet.
I'm just telling you right now, I'm not a Juwan Howard or Juwan Coward fan.
That doesn't matter if you like the guy.
Honestly, and Randall will agree with me on this. He should not be coaching in this tournament right now.
No, he shouldn't have a job.
Right, exactly. Thank you, Randall. Can you elaborate?
Yeah, I mean,
he shouldn't have a job. I mean, that's the bottom line. I mean, the suspension was a joke. I mean, this is not the first time with him. We saw it in the Big Ten tournament last year. He got into it with Turgeon, I believe, Maryland coach. I mean, he shouldn't have a job right now. I mean, it's a joke. And I hate Michigan. Steve knows that. Steve does more often than not. Michigan always screws us on them, against them. I mean, this game is far from
football,
over.
basketball, any sport.
But yeah, not a Michigan fan.
Okay. All right.
I mean, if you punch someone in the face in another job, you're unemployed. And to be honest, if Bob's employer saw the group chat, he'd be unemployed. But what can you do? That's why it's private.
Do what?
If your employer saw what you say in the group chat, you'd be unemployed too.
Okay. Yeah. And so would yours. Okay. Whatever.
He's self-employed.
That actually has no bearing on the show. And the audience is going to go, what in the heck is this goofball talking about? Steve, you got to relate to people, okay? Come on, dude. That's
Hey,
too,
people think
that's
think I'm funny,
behind the
man.
scenes stuff that nobody cares about, all right?
Yeah, but it's funny. It's a funny.
It is
inside joke.
funny because
It's
it's
funny
an
to you.
inside joke, and people will catch on that it's an inside joke, and they'll think it's funny just because it's an inside joke.
Okay.
So,
all
Bob,
right.
he is relating to people.
Okay. All right.
You just don't know how people nowadays work. It's not
Okay.
1973 anymore, man.
Boy, I wish it was 1973.
Well, it's not. It's not. And the Atlantic 10
The
record
Atlantic
for
10
lifetime
was the
means
Atlantic 10 around
nothing in this Richmond, Iowa game.
1973? I don't think the Atlantic 10 was even around in 1973. They've been around for 48 seasons. All right. Anything else for tonight? Tripping your trigger, a game that you got to watch. Okay, Baylor's up 3-0 on Norfolk. Way to go, Steve. Woo!
They'll win by 40.
Okay, well, yeah, they should. And they're one of my snake draft teams. So, hey.
You mean the snake draft you bailed out on? It doesn't
I am
count.
bailed out. I am bailed out.
did.
I'm not committing to $50 a piece.
Well, then there's Bob. You can't.
I'll commit to 10.
The price was already set, and you told us all your teams were going to the Sweet 16.
Why would you not put up 50? I put up 100 if all six of my teams
No
were in
kidding,
Sweet 16.
man.
Oh my gosh.
Couple hundred.
And
Folks,
realistically, Bob, if you think about it, I mean, you
explain something to you, folks.
may have a
This is-
chance. Why wouldn't you
This is
put up
3
50?
young men that all they want to do is abuse old people. Okay. That's all they want to do. They have nothing else to say. They spew out a bunch of BS half the time. Okay.
And guys, if you're
if
watching,
you
it's not
find something-
1975.
When you find something, a trend or something like that, they want to dispute that unless they thought of it. Now, when they come up with the something to back up their pick, it's a whole different story. Okay. ATS, straight up, whatever. Okay. Anybody out here want to take over the show?
You got about 3 minutes, Bob.
Yeah, let's get the heck
Listen.
out of here. Baylor's up 5-0. Way to go, Steve. All right. 66-58
Well,
Michigan,
Providence is
3:37
choking.
left. Michigan's winning this game, Randall.
Here, I have one question for you, Bob. It's
Go
my
ahead.
final statement. What's Princeton doing right now?
Look, I misspoke, okay? My
I just want to know the score. I want to know what they're doing
I've
right
been
now.
talking
What's the
all
score?
day long. All right.
I see.
Sometimes you make a mistake.
I see you took the Blues again tonight too.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
man, you've got to know better than that.
23-7 at home, bud.
Another homer pick. 23-7 at home, but an underdog.
Yeah.
I love it. That's a little fishy.
I love it. People are overrating the Penguins. Penguins playing the weak ass Eastern Conference. Okay.
Didn't you just get on Steve about Windward, Bob?
Another way of Bob contradicting himself. Bob, Sidney Crosby's had the Blues number in recent years, big time, and they have not had an answer for him. So honestly, I like the Penguins in this game, and I'm a Blues fan, so I'm not just jumping on to beat on old men like you say. I just honestly don't like the Blues here.
You may be right. Right. I may be crazy.
Historically speaking, in recent years, Sidney Crosby's had their numbers. So if we're going by your logic,
Steve, what do you think? Penguins winning?
History matters, Bob or Mike.
Penguins winning?
Big time.
All I know is I've hit 8 straight NHL picks by solely betting on my 2 teams: the Edmonton Oilers and Tennessee, whatever they are.
Tennessee. All right, we got to end on this.
The Tennessee Predators, Bob.
Oh my God, the Tennessee. Jeez.
Yes.
My God. It's
that was classic.
He really was late to the party.
Folks.
Definitely. That wasn't. Wow. Hey, we'll see. Are we doing this tomorrow, guys? Maybe. Who knows? We'll let you know, folks. See you later.
Good luck. Go Richmond.
Good luck in the